What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Movie Race. Imagine your colleagues calling you Tinkerhell because of your terrible attitude. Then imagine destroying your career because of your obnoxious interviews and irredeemable bad behavior. Here are the top 10 actors with the worst attitude. We'll start off with Julia Roberts. I've decided to start with Julia Roberts because she was my favorite actress growing up, and to discover that she has a terrible attitude in real life shocked me to my core. So we're all familiar with Steven Spielberg and his critically acclaimed creations, and back in 1991, Spielberg worked with Roberts, who played Tinkerbell in his Peter Pan adaptation Hook. According to him, she is one of the most difficult actors to work with, but back then, Roberts had a reason for being a you-know-what. She was going through a tough breakup with her then-fiancé, Kiefer Sutherland, which was the reason she had the terrible attitude, and everyone on set called her Tinkerhell. When asked about working with Roberts, Spielberg told 60 Minutes it was an unfortunate time for us to work together. But I think Julia is a really good actress. Well, she has certainly better than Katherine Heigl.
Because it looks like you need a shower.
And you don't need to call everybody else either.
Huh?
Are you going to call everybody else?
No.
Take your shots and let's.
Most celebrities find it hard to deal with fame, and while their dream is to become famous, once they become well-known, they get tired of the constant spotlight and paparazzi following them everywhere. But this doesn't mean that they should use their status to justify their infamous for poor attitudes, offensive interviews, and really bad behavior. Apparently, the Grey's Anatomy star Katherine Heigl is known for being really demanding on set. But the reason directors don't cast her anymore is that once a project she's in is released, she has no issues talking about them. Speaking about Knocked Up, she called the film a little sexist. Now, there's nothing wrong with expressing yourself and being honest, but she decided to perform in the film, and according to us, she should have thought about taking the role before she would agree in what she says a sexist film.
Put you on camera.
Really?
I know, I was so surprised too.
Oh my god, this is the best news.
Now, you'll be surprised by the things GWYNETH Paltrow did and the people she insulted over the years. GWYNETH Paltrow is a complicated person, to say the least. She has declared herself to be a lifestyle expert, and over the years, her friends have said some really surprising things about her. One of her friends described her as a rich white woman with an eating disorder turned into a branding opportunity. Well, this is not that bad. I mean, she clearly struggles with an eating disorder, but that doesn't mean that she is allowed to treat people like they are less than her, right? Well, apparently she thinks she can. Most of the actors on our list have no idea what other people struggle with. Now, did you guys know that Marvel called Edward Norton a person with a lack of collaborative spirit?
Who is she?
She is from legal, and she is potentially a very expensive.
Edward Norton is one of the most talented actors in Hollywood. There's no doubt about that. But Norton decided not to reprise his role as the Hulk for future Hulk projects after he played the role in the 2008 film The Incredible Hulk. So when he refused the part, he was replaced by Mark Ruffalo. But what really happened here? Well, Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige released a statement explaining Norton's departure, saying, "We have made the decision to not bring Ed Norton back to portray the title role of Bruce Banner in the Avengers. Our decision is definitely not one based on monetary factors, but instead rooted in the need for an actor who embodies the creativity and collaborative spirit of our other talented cast members." Now, the next actor retains some high-level arrogance. You weren't expecting Christian Bale, did you? According to Bale, you need to smash that like button if you haven't done it already. No, seriously, Bale is another incredibly talented actor who is famous for his obnoxious attitude. Back in 2009, the world was shocked when an audio recording leaked in which people heard Bale's outburst towards cinematographer Shane Hurlbut on the set of Terminator Salvation. In the audio, Bale is yelling at Hurlbut because he distracted him during a scene. Bale later apologized for the outburst, but that doesn't mean that his actions are justified.
Hey, it's Distracting, having somebody walking up behind Bryce in the middle.
The next actor won't surprise you because we'll be talking about the infamous Charlie Sheen. Sheen's hard partying, drug use, alcohol use, and everything else you can imagine made it hard for him to work on the set of 2.5 Men. In a letter to Sheen's lawyer, Warner Brothers' lawyer described the actor as having a series of well-chronicled and increasingly erratic outbursts. The studio also wrote that Sheen lost weight, missed rehearsals, and directed inflammatory comments at Chuck Lorre, the co-creator of 2.5 Men. But what brings Megan Fox to this list? So, does any of you wonder why Fox was replaced after the second Transformers film? Well, apparently she was very difficult to work with. But according to Fox, it wasn't her that was the problem. She shared that it was director Michael Bay. In her own words, he was the difficult one and was a nightmare to work for.
See? Great, now. Fantastic.
A similar case follows, but this time it's about Jennifer Lopez. The actress/singer has been accused of having a long list of demands while working on set. When she performed at the 2010 World Video Music Awards, she insisted on a custom-fitted speedboat, asked for a pair of diamond-encrusted headphones, and a helicopter on standby. A few years later, there were some reports claiming that she told her employees not to talk to her and, brace yourselves for this one, not to make eye contact with her. Now, let's see why Millie Bobby Brown is on this list, shall we? Well, Brown was disrespectful in several interviews these last few years, which led to some people calling her a diva. More precisely, she's been pretty disrespectful to her Stranger Things co-star. For instance, she was really mean to actor David Harbour, who was doing an interview with Millie. So, while David was talking, Millie decided people are not interested in what he had to say and interrupted him in the middle of his speech. But that's not all. At one point, she even hopped out of her chair and stopped David from what he had to say. David seemed to be unbothered by her actions, which only makes us wonder, has this happened before? Well, yes, the actress can be seen interrupting the other cast members of Stranger Things when they were doing interviews together. Unlike David, these actors seem to be pretty bothered by her attitude. What do you think, guys? Is Millie spoiled?
In trouble a lot.
No, actually you do, so I should take this.
Because I say.
Now, let's talk about another young Hollywood star, Jacob Elordi. Apparently, Elordi had a terrible attitude while playing Noah in The Kissing Booth, but these are only rumors and nothing has been confirmed yet. Viewers who have seen TKB know that Noah is this handsome, popular guy and Joey King's L's love interest. About a month ago, Elordi said that he fought to make his character a little rougher because, in the source material, he is a rough boy. In an interview with GQ, he said that he even went to war with Netflix over Noah's smoking. Netflix was against this idea, but Jacob was not giving up. When Netflix refused his suggestion, Elordi chose some really interesting words. You need to smash that subscribe button and notification bell so you'll never miss any of our videos in the future. No, seriously. He said, "This is bull." I remember going to war for it. I was like, are we lying to the millions of 14-year-olds out there? See you in the next video.